What's up, world? I'm your host, King James, and you are now tuned in to uTV. First off, I'd just like to say, welcome back, Santa Rosa. Tonight, we're kicking off our second season of uTV. And like our first season, we're bringing you more exclusive interviews and live performances that you won't find anywhere else. Because like always, uTV is your television, people. And what we do here at uTV is provide upcoming artists and performers a chance to showcase their talents, giving you, the viewer, an exclusive look into the future of entertainment. I'm very excited about tonight's show. So for the next half an hour, I want you to keep it locked in right here. You don't want to miss a beat. Some people might say magic is dead, and the era of great magicians is lost behind smoke and mirrors. Well, here tonight on uTV, we're gonna prove the critics wrong and show magic is very much alive right here in downtown Santa Rosa. On the show tonight, we have a live performance from illusionist Mr. Ray Hoey. And later in the show, we have an exclusive special guest interview with one of magic's true pioneers here in Santa Rosa. I'm talking about Mr. Ken Garr. Also, we are chilling downtown Santa Rosa at Café Azul. It's the place to be. If you haven't been here before, come check them out. Serving only organic coffee and espressos, as well as sandwiches, pastries, desserts, and more. So enough said, let's get straight into tonight's show. This is what I want you to do. Turn off the iPhone, turn up the TV, and most of all, enjoy the show. Check it out.
Hi everybody, my name is Ray Hoey, and I'm a native of Savannah, Georgia, but I've lived in a number of places throughout my life, and Sonoma County is very special to me. And in fact, it was in Sonoma County that I really started getting into magic in a very serious way, although I've loved it since I was 6. To tell you the truth, seeing Cher levitated by a magician on television was what really kind of changed me and set me on that path. Because I didn't want to just find out, how did he do that? I mean, that's the reaction everybody has. I wanted to find out how to do it, period. And after 15 years, I figured out a way. And it's been uphill ever since. Basically, I love performing magic. It's very inspirational to me. And I found that it's one of the things that is an art form, make no mistake, just as much as opera, ballet, singing, dancing, whatever. And one of my inspirations overall was the late Harry Blackstone Jr. I'm from a generation besides Criss Angel, David Blaine, and the Masked Magician, the jerk. But Harry Blackstone Jr. was a person who was part of a 100-year magic legacy of his family. He could do it all, and he was convincing no matter whether he was being comedic, whether he was being serious, whether he was doing an illusion, a close-up trick, a parlor trick, it didn't matter. And I can only pray that I can live up to the standards that he set. And my one regret is I never got to meet him before he passed away. And you know, it's interesting, you know, speaking of Criss Angel and David Blaine and such, that there's kind of like a electronic saturation, if you will, of magic nowadays. I see so many people come into magic shops and ask, hey, do you have this trick that David Blaine or Criss Angel did? And a lot of people don't realize it's not something you can buy, it's something you have to learn. It's a skill that you have to develop. And as a result, that's the path that I've always followed. And that's the path that I always want to have for my audiences, because I want them to get the fun and the enjoyment of magic that I get myself. And so, I hope that you enjoy the show.
And now, performing live at Café Azul. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Mr. Ray Hoey and his lovely assistant.
something that I do with every show to get the whole audience involved, okay? You don't have to get up out of your seats or anything, right? Just kind of use your imagination a little bit. Now, this is something that I learned, not a magician that taught me this was not just a magician, he was an environmentalist as well. And you see, I should explain, I often do shows in the Bay Area, and of course when I do, I used to go across Golden Gate Bridge. And when I go across the bridge, I always love the fact that I look out at the water, at the ocean, and I realize, you know, that's water that's not coming out of a faucet. You know, it's not coming out of a shower head, it's not coming out of a garden hose. It's real water, as it should be. And it reminds me that, you know, this planet of ours, it's the only one we've got. So we've got to be very careful and really protect it, right? And my friend introduced me to a concept called the Tree of Life. Has anyone ever heard of that concept before, the Tree of Life? Okay, a few people. All right, well, what I was taught is that, first of all, it's common to many cultures around the world, but the overall idea is that if you give positively to nature, it'll give back to you in a positive way as well, okay? So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do a little experiment to create a tree of life of our own, all right? So I'm going to need everybody's help in this room, okay? Everybody to take their right hand like this. Just take it out like this, okay? Now I want you to just raise it up and down, just really slowly, like you're making something mature, you're making something develop, you're making something grow. There, excellent, excellent. You know, keep going, keep going. Don't be shy, keep going. No, this is great. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to collect the energy of everybody in this room, all right? Using this little magic wand that I've devised, okay? Now keep going, don't stop. Okay, excellent. Oh, this is great, I love this. I love the energy. Okay, now keep going, okay? Because we're going to keep, see if I can just get the energy collected in here. Aha, great. Guys, we did it. Because we just helped create our own tree of life. So, the lesson here is, thank you. The lesson here is always remember, when you give to the tree of life will always give back to you. And I'm going to give this tree of life to Café Azul for hosting us tonight.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back here at Café Azul and more from the show. Don't go anywhere. You're watching uTV. What's up, Santa Rosa? I'm standing here at the Mostly Magic shop in downtown Santa Rosa. I'm standing here with one of Magic's true pioneers here in Santa Rosa. I'm talking about Mr. Ken Garr. Ken, how you doing today?
Doing great, man. Good to see you here. Good to see you. I'm doing fine. Doing great. Nice sunny day.
That's great. That's great. So, Ken, what inspired you to be a magician?
Loneliness. No, just digging on the equipment. I thought the boxes and stuff they looked really cool when I was a kid. But later on, it was kind of the amazement in people's faces and watching people be amazed by what you did. And it was almost more entertaining to me to see their faces. So that's really it. Probably their faces. Yep.
Well, that brings me to my next question. Ken, I know you've been a mentor to a lot of amateur illusionists. What are some of the first questions they ask you when they're just getting started? And tell our uTV viewers if they have any advice or questions where they can come and find you.
Well, down here at the Magic Shop, first of all, 311 D Street, downtown Santa Rosa. But we, coming to a magic shop's a great place. But one of the first things they ask is usually, where do I start? And, in the old days, you had to kind of beg people to learn it. And it had to be passed down from father to son. But now there's lots and lots of books. There's DVDs. I recommend books. Books is a great place to learn tricks that no one else is doing. So books, man. Yeah, read books. That's the best place to find weird tricks that no one else is doing. That's it. And we got a lot of them here. Yep.
That's great. Well, I do appreciate your time today, Ken, and hanging out with us. You're watching uTV. Stay tuned for more from the show.